Hello, what's up? Ali here, and on this video we are going to help you repair or fix your PS4 hard drive issue. So either your hard drive had some technical issues where the firmware can no longer be detected. Thus, you see the message that you have to connect your controller using a cable, and it asks you to do a manual update. Or sometimes it can just no longer detect your hard drive. And at the end of the video, we'll also discuss some stuff what could be the reason that lead to this issue and also provide some tips how we can prevent them. So when you see this message, it simply means that your PS4 can no longer detect its hard drive. And to fix that, we have to replace your hard drive. And to replace the hard drive, we're going to need some stuff. First, we'll need the Phillips screwdriver. Then we'll need the data cable to connect our controller, and a USB or a external hard drive to update the PS4. And also we'll need the necessary update file for the update. Now let us start with the PS4 FAT. To remove the hard drive on the top cover, you'll need to pull this up. Once you see the space, you can just go ahead and remove the top cover. Now you will see the hard drive here. You will need a Phillips screwdriver to remove this screw here. And once removed, we can just pull out the hard drive. So actually this is the PS4 that we are going to use for this video because it just so happens that I need to replace the hard drive of this PS4. But before we proceed to that, I will also show you how we can remove the hard drive for the Slim and the Pro model. For the PS4 Slim, you will find the hard drive at the back of the PS4. Simply pull this up. There. And you will see this screw on this part. Just remove this screw. And once removed, you can remove the hard drive by pulling this one out. Then for the PS4 Pro, the hard drive is located also at the back of the PS4. And to remove the cover, simply pull this one out. There you go. Now you will see the hard drive here. Once removed, you can just pull out the hard drive. Now let us go back to our PS4 FAT. I will just return this cover because I have already replaced the hard drive. Before we proceed to the actual update, we have to prepare the update data first. So here we'll have to be careful because we don't want to install a wrong update that we need. Though we won't be able to install a version lower than our previous version. Okay, let me very clear on this one. In case we are 9.60 or 10.01, we cannot install a 9.0 firmware. So we can install a higher firmware or the exactly same firmware, but we cannot install a lower firmware. So why do we have that to be very careful? Because in case that you are on 9.0, you don't want to install a 9.60 or 10.0 because once you have started the update, you won't be able to revert your firmware unless you were able to make a backup. If you are on the latest firmware, you can find the update data here. Okay, so we are going to find the two update data here. The PS4 console update file and the PS4 console reinstallation file. So in the instance of changing the hard drive of the PS4, we'll need the reinstallation file. So in case you are trying to update or change your hard drive with this update file, your PS4 won't detect this one or it will reject this file. You will only need an update file on a existing working PS4. But if the firmware can no longer be loaded or you have to change the hard drive, this is the file that we are going to need. So simply hover on this part and click, and you should start downloading the file. Now, in case you are on a specific firmware and you don't want to update on a higher firmware, I have also left a link on our description for a host where we can find a collection of firmwares available for your PS4. Now, let's say, for example, you are on 9.0. So just scroll down. Here, you will find the firmware version here, 9.0, and the link of the file. So if we need to reinstall and change the hard drive or reinstall the firmware, we need the 1 gig update file. So this is the file that we need. So in case you are looking for a 9.0 update file, scroll down on this part and you will see this file, 9.0. The 400 MB update is the normal update file. But again, since we are changing the hard drive, we need the reinstallation file. So just simply hover on this part and click to download the file. Now for the USB or external hard drive for the update, it has to be formatted to exFAT or FAT32. And to place or to prepare our USB, first we need a folder naming PS4 on the root of the hard drive. Make sure that it's all capitalized and it's on the root of the hard drive. So inside the PS4 folder, let us create another folder, update, again all capitalized. And here we are going to place our update file for our PS4 to recognize the update file. It has to be exactly like this one. Okay, so once we have prepared the hard drive, now we'll have to connect the data cable with our controller and our USB with our update file. Now back on the screen, once we have connected our USB cable to our controller, just simply press PS button. The PS4 will ask us to insert a USB with our reinstallation file. Now going back the previous page, when the PS4 is asking for a controller, if you are pressing the PS button and you are not proceeding on this part, that means that the USB cable that you have is just a charge cable. What we needed to register a PS4 controller on a PS4 is a data cable. You can use a charge cable to charge your controller, but on this part where the PS4 is asking for the controller, you won't be able to use any charge cable. You will have to use a data cable. And once you are here, simply press OK. And another thing, if you're getting an error here that the update data cannot be found or the update data is corrupted, that simply means that we have the wrong update file. Again, for the reinstallation process or with the changing the hard drive, what we need is the reinstallation file. Another reminder, before you before you get to this part, make sure you were able to carefully choose the exact reinstallation file that your PS4 needs. You don't want to install a firmware higher, especially if you're on 9.0. You don't want to install any firmware higher than 9.0. But if you are using your PS4 to go online, then you'll need the latest update. So once you get to this part, you'll just have to run a initial setup on your PS4. And if you have done everything that we have showed on this video, your PS4 should be back to normal. Now let us go back to the other scenario. Sometimes when you boot your PS4, you will get the message that you'll have to connect your controller to a USB and insert a update file. On that case, you don't necessarily have to change the hard drive. You'll just have to install the update and follow the whole process, and it will boot like normal. But again, like what we have mentioned earlier, if that happens, or if that happens on a regular basis, that means that your PS4 hard drive is in need of replacement. And another thing, sometimes PS4 will be stuck on a blue light. It's stuck on the initialization process. There are some cases that the issue is just a hard drive, or you just have a bad hard drive. You can change the hard drive. I'm including this on our video because sometimes it is also a hard drive issue, and changing the hard drive can fix the issue. So let us go now on what are the things that may have caused this incident. Well, unfortunately, all PS4 will eventually get to this scenario. The only thing that we can do is do the necessary steps to take care of the hard drive. So what can we do to take care of our hard drive is always do a proper shutdown. Now, if you're in the middle of a game and you're just using a safe mode, and it will definitely help if you have a UPS. Because if you are on rest mode and you had some sudden interruption on the electricity, it will count as a improper shutdown, and it can cause some errors on your hard drive. So it's just a small chance, but it happens to me twice already when I left my PS4 on rest mode, and when I resumed playing, the PS4 it had to reinitialize, so I have lost all of my save files. So if you are going to leave your PS4 on rest mode, you are at least using a UPS. So another question here, or another concern, can we use SSD as our PS4 hard drive, and does it help? Well, yes, we can use SSD. You can also just follow the same exact process that we do. And does it help, or does it improve our gameplay? Well, it improves on the speed of our PS4. It starts so much faster, and it loads games faster, but it does not enhances the actual gameplay. So this will be it. If you have any questions or concerns, do share them on our comment section, and I always take care of our questions. And again, this is Ali. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you found this video helpful, and I will definitely see you on our next video. Bye.